Get the lights. We will open this meeting of March 6th, National Oreo Day. Everybody?
National Oreo Day?
Oreo Day.
The bird?
No.
No, the Oreo cookie.
O-R-E-O. Oreo.
Cookie.
Cookie?
Just
Should
tidbit.
have bought some.
I didn't even know that because I'd have definitely got some Oreos in honor of the day.
And they have new lemon ones now.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
So,
They're not Oreos, though. I mean, they're made by the same company, but technically they're not Oreos. Oreos are chocolate.
I'll bet those are natural and organic.
God.
okay, so we'll open a call to order. Let the records show that all the selectmen are present. Time being 4 o'clock. We have approval of the minutes, but we have a couple of things in the FYI that we should be brought to our attention. The one is a letter from the Elks USA Drug Awareness Program, Joseph Ginter, Senior Assistant Director. Was this any relationship to the one in must be. Samberton, it says. On the Town of Tilton Selectmen, on behalf of the New Hampshire State Elks Association, I want to thank you for voting in favor of the ordinance to ban the possession of or sale of synthetic drugs in local stores. There are those who have found ways to abuse legally purchased products for the purpose of getting high, i.e. gasoline, solvents, aerosol products, including items such as whipped cream, cleaning agents, glue, cough medicines, etc. These products are produced for legitimate purposes, and the components used in the manufacturing process are needed for the product to work effectively. The products being banned under this new ordinance have chemical components that are specifically added for the purpose of giving the user the ability to misuse the product for the purpose of getting high. There are many incense or bath salts products on the market that do not contain these chemical components. Hence, if misused, the user would not get the drug-like effect these banned products produce. I am convinced these synthetic infused products are being produced for one purpose only: to give the user the ability to misuse. Families who reside in your community should be thankful that they have elected officials who are concerned about the health and safety of their children. Be assured that your actions will not only benefit the town of Tilton, but the surrounding community as well. I am hopeful that other community leaders will follow your example. Respectfully submitted, Joseph Ginter, Senior, Chairman of the New Hampshire State Elks Association Youth and Drug, Youth Drug and Alcohol Awareness Program Assistant Director, Elks National Drug Awareness Program.
Thank you.
And then we have a Belknap County Commissioners, in accordance with RSA 24, the statement is being provided for your review at this time. These are unaudited figures. The annual financial audit is in process. When the financial statements are complete, they will be available at the county's website. If you would like to receive an electronic copy, please don't hesitate to request one. And this is the condition of the Treasury. Cash on hand is $3,910,678. 2013 income unaudited, $28,242,961. 2013 expenditures unaudited, $25,999,008. And that's per RSA 2421. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but this is the Winnisquam DES report on deficiencies, compliance evaluation from the DES. So that's in the FYI. And we have James Tilley from DES requesting reviewing the Town of Tilton State Aid Grant application for its Lockmere Village project. So they're looking for information, and Tim's gathering that. There's one more in here, I believe. Fire Commissioners meeting is March 12th at 5:30 in Tilton. And the Pines Community Center will provide daycare during the Tilton Town meeting on March 15th. Childcare is available for children preschool through grade 5. Pines staff will be in the teachers' room at Winnisquam Regional High School for the duration of the meeting. This is near the office. Town meeting is held in Winnisquam Regional High School and starts at 8 a.m. All right. That's it. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Did you come up to speak with the board?
No,
Good.
May I ask you a question?
absolutely.
Did you find out anything about that picture of the dam, when it might have been, or?
No, I have no information.
Oh, yeah, I did get something
You did?
on that from Eliza.
Oh, I'd love a copy.
Well, you brought up the copy.
Right, the picture, what I'm gonna do is take a photocopy and any background information, I could put it in the archives.
Outstanding. Actually, Joyce scanned that image into
Oh, good.
the computer system, so I'm sure she can send you a copy.
With the background.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I'll put it in my damn box.
I refer to it as the damn picture. But what can you call it? The picture of the dam, I suppose.
The hydro
Yes.
plant.
Okay, it says, all it says is Ben Wadley says it washed out during the 1936 flooding.
So it's prior to 1936.
The hurricane, right? Or the flooding?
Yeah, the question I sent out was, anyone know what year this would be? And then most people answered back with no idea, but Eliza said Ben Wadley says it washed out during the 1936 flooding.
Well, we've got it.
It was pre that.
Was there a specific name on that dam? Was it,
The dam
Anything.
I have the list of the dams all along the rivers.
from 1936?
Oh, before
Well,
that.
that's still listed as a dam, isn't it?
Before that, well, the dam rights still exist to that
Yeah.
dam, but no, the dam's gone. But I have,
dam?
the dam is gone. I have a paper this woman
I want-
did, she studied, they call them privileges.
You give me the name of that dam, and we'll find out the date.
Well, anybody who has any ideas about the dam that used to be across the river up here on the other side of the island, come in, because we have a picture of it. We'd love to know more about it if you have any clues. It's just a ruin now, but it's at Town Hall. Thank you very much.
After we bring on all that information, we can make copies.
I'd love to find out what year.
You have to share.
Did you
The,
try looking at the deed?
One
I
other,
wouldn't even know where to start. But the dam would have a deed, wouldn't it?
moving right along, there is activities at the school tomorrow afternoon, and Dennis cannot set up for voting,
It's Monday.
No, we're talking about town meetings and
town meeting, Friday, next Friday. Next Friday.
Monday.
Right. Next Friday for town meeting. So he would like permission from the selectmen to use overtime for a couple hours for Saturday morning for one person to set up the voting booth, the handicap, and anything, the voting boxes.
Yep.
Just one box.
I thought they did, well, no.
They can't go, there's some,
Monday night, they can't go?
no, this is Friday, next for
No,
Saturday morning.
I'm thinking, yeah, all right, never mind.
Monday's
Yeah, yeah.
all set, but Friday, there's an activity there, and they can't change the room, so
Well, then I think we're rocking a hard place. I'll help, and I'm guessing
so he's gonna be at town meet.
we'll all pitch in, but
He's gonna be at the, at 7:30 a.m., so it'll be a couple hours overtime for one. 7? Okay. All right, 7 a.m., so make a motion that we allow Dennis to have a setup person and pay overtime for 2 hours on Saturday, March 15th.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. So Cindy, you're all set for your voting. Everything else is all set for Tuesday. We got it, all the selectmen all figured out.
It was made in...
Do we need the handicap booth Saturday morning
Oh, yeah.
at the Saturday election? Or not election, the deliberative session of town meeting?
The water used to whip through there and flood
So they
front.
don't even need to bring it out.
On Saturday,
1860,
Tuesday, yeah.
special town meeting held in Old Townsend to act 8 handstones covering weighing hundreds of...
All right, minutes.
Bling,
Okay.
bling.
Bring the minutes of February 13th, 2014 to the floor for discussion.
Could that be
Second?
1860? I think that's the one.
All those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye.
I believe it was 1860, Joyce,
1860? Well, how'd you get that?
because I Googled it.
They might have made it in 1860, but I don't think that picture's from 1860. I'm not sure exactly when they invented cameras, but 1865 was that whole Brady Civil War thing, and that looks older, newer than that.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
What did you enter for the Google thing?
When were the dams built in Tilton, New Hampshire?
Under Town Administrator Joyce Fulwiler agenda items,
Let's look.
is that supposed to be the reval letter?
Yes.
Little one for Sauk River, Tilton.
Evaluation.
I would prefer it. I don't know about anybody else.
Kinda, just because most people won't.
I can get
know
you the name of the dam.
I'm too lazy to go back and fix it.
All of us know, but
24 Mill Street. That's Mill Street.
No, that's not Mill Street.
No, this
And
one-
it's, again, on the other,
Oh, the Clement Dam.
that there's two places. Was Lauren able to meet with me next week to,
Yes, I had that under mine.
okay, all right, we'll take it up then, yep. I think under the explanation of the snow blower, Three. It may be me, but it seems confusing. They purchased this with the balance of a gift card from Home Depot, which was $846.06.
Oh, that was the total amount.
Right. I'm kind of thinking that we should probably be more accurate and say they purchased the snow blower.
Yeah, it was $1,290
For
or something.
$1,200 and whatever it was, and then $841.06 was from a gift
Yeah.
card,
And the balance came out of the reserve fund.
and the balance came out of the reserve fund.
What was the total amount of the...
Well, we can add it up. Wait a minute, I'll tell you.
$12.99. Yep.
So if, just make it a little bit clearer, they purchased it for $12.99, and then the $841.06 was from a gift card from Home Depot, and the remainder was $457.94 was taken out of the reserve funds. Then there's no question to anybody.
Would you explain reserve fund?
Explain it? What do you mean?
Just in case somebody's sitting here watching this tape and doesn't know what the reserve fund is and where it comes from. I don't think we can assume that everybody knows. Is that a
know how you
Parks
want me to-
Department? Is that a Parks Department?
Parks Department Reserve
Fund?
Fund put together.
No, it's the capital reserve fund
Uh-huh.
Used
for,
solely
for recreation for the town of Tilton.
There you go. I know that. You know that.
Well,
Now they know that.
Well, there's so many things we talk about that they don't know about.
And then I get to explain it later on. I've done that several times, and I don't mind doing it, but if we can explain it to people as we go, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Well,
That's all.
you explained everything. We'll be here until midnight.
A motion, we accept the minutes of February 13th, 2014 as corrected.
Second?
I haven't gone through it all, but is there any more questions, concerns, or additions? All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Okay. So we're up to date on minutes.
As of next week, I'll have more.
All done, okay. Joyce. You're up.
I just have a couple things for public session. For non-public, I've got 3 legal, 1 personnel, and 1 tax deeding.
Text message from Heather thanking us for the flowers.
Oh, good.
Could I see that card up there,
Healing is
Catherine?
slow. Oh,
Franklin Visiting Nurse would like to know if they could post on our website a 60-second video. The city of Franklin has done it, according to them.
that
For
means
what?
we should do it?
For what purpose?
It says, this was sent to Tim from Jane White, Executive Director. Wayne Brock suggested I contact you to see if you would add our 60-second video about Franklin VNA and hospice to the Tilton website. Would you please let me know if this is possible? The video is on the City of Franklin website if you care to view it.
So this is an advertisement promoting Tilton VNA?
Franklin.
Oh, Franklin VNA. Is that what it is? It's a promotional advertisement?
I don't know, we'd have to watch it.
I would think we'd have to watch it. While we watch it, we'll take it up next week. It either is a video on hospice and caring, which would, or it's a promotional, one or the other.
Has anybody seen it?
No.
We'll have to,
We're going to watch it and then bring it up next week.
But if we,
If it's a commercial, no, but if just explanatory, what do they do? Maybe.
and do we do that for every business in town?
But it's not a business. End-of-life issues are really tough. I'd like to look at the film before.
That's not my question, is do we do that for every business
Heavens,
in
no.
town? And that's certainly a business.
No, we wouldn't.
It's only 60 seconds. You could watch it right now.
I'm looking up right now, and I'll see it on their website.
City of Franklin?
Yep, City of Franklin.
Maybe it went on and off.
Maybe
You
you
wanna move
blinked and you didn't see it.
Thanks.
Well, we don't have a formal written policy on the
We
use
don't.
of our website.
no, we don't.
We should.
Yep.
Most towns do. On what can and cannot go on it.
Right.
Remember the thing you and I went to? It was recommended that we do.
Yes, highly
Highly recommended.
Yep. Find it?
I mean, once you provide a link to something, you have no control over what is linked to that, or what goes on that link.
Correct.
Videos.
Opera, online.
Do they have a search?
There we go, we got videos. What's it about? Tell me.
Just put B&A,
Franklin VNA and hospice.
or write in hospice and see what comes up.
What did you click on to get videos?
More. With the videos. These are, it seems like all the commercials are on here. And it's still not on there.
In various town websites that I've looked at, I don't recall seeing any ads or anything. I do recall
How
seeing
about community links?
links to other community services, but no ads.
Anything under the links?
If this just explains that there is one, where it is or whatever.
Lakes Region.
I don't see it on their website.
Well, I guess the issue is moot then.
I don't see it.
Do you
Why
see
do
it
I
on
make it-
Franklin VNA website?
No, that's where I'm at. Why am I getting junk mail on this little thing?
Oh, it's a little thing.
Or not junk mail, those pop-up things.
Because it's that little thing.
Or it's getting... Our mission.
All kinds.
How about information?
Yeah, we don't have anything in our town report about, do we have VNA under community? Yeah, we have under community, we list Franklin visiting nurses and their phone number.
I got something on YouTube. Yeah, Franklin VNA Hospice, right here. Seriously. It's a minute. Yep, right
That
here.
must be it.
Here you go.
On YouTube?
Oh, it was on the VNA, Franklin VNA site.
Since 1945.
So where'd you find it on their site?
Family support for all ages.
I typed in Franklin VNA. They went to YouTube.
Optimal health
Oh.
while helping patients maintain their
I went to their site.
can meet within the comfort of their own home. Our compassionate
Yeah, I see it.
staff help patients live their final days comfortably, offering emotional and spiritual support to families and patients, and helping to ensure a dignified and peaceful passing.
Since my mom got sick, she's 89 years old, and I don't know what I'd do without the VNA. Every one of the people that have worked.
Yeah, it's an advertisement.
So good.
Well, we can do a community link just to the VNA website like we do on the left-hand side of our
Yep.
Right.
website. We
No
go
problem
to
with that.
Pines, and so we could do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I like what Joyce was just saying, as opposed to having the video, just list the VNA
Right.
resources, community resources, or whatever the thing is on the side of our page,
Yep.
where you can hook up to the
Their
police
website.
department website, the fire department, the school. That's just a resource.
And it would be easy enough to turn away others that we don't buy services from.
Yeah.
It was well done.
And the VNA is a good thing, but this here, I wouldn't put that on there, I don't think. Just a link to their website.
I had brought up to Pat earlier about Mr. Cropsey had called during the last snowstorm and wanted to know why we don't plow the parking spaces. I checked with Dennis, the ones from Riverfront Place to the Park Street, and Dennis said he never has. So we're going to bring it up to the selectmen, but we'll wait and do it next week when he comes in. I don't think we're going to...
Well, I don't think we need to wait. I mean, it's pretty easy. The reason we
There's
don't
snow
plow them...
supposed to be coming by the middle of next week,
Yeah,
too.
the reason we don't plow them and never have, there's no place to plow the snow to.
Right.
You can't plow it into the river, at least you're not supposed to.
Right. And the sidewalk's
That's
right
true.
there, so if he
That would make
plows the...
sense.
So essentially, he would have to go there with the loader and the dump truck right after every single storm and clean it up.
Yep.
So that there would consistently be parking there, or otherwise the only time there'd be parking is when he did do his cleanup of Main Street. So
Is
we
the
just never
park
have.
technically open during the winter?
Well, that's public parking, it's not for specifically the park. It's those parking spaces along Route 311, just before you get to Park Street on the right. And that's just municipal parking. We keep the parking lot clear at Network Managers, so...
But we can't plow that snow into the river, so that's
No.
that.
Right,
So I think that
no
we
place
should,
for it to go.
unless anybody thinks
Balls are right in there.
the majority of us think we should start
That's
plowing
way
them.
illegal.
I think
We
we
never
should
have.
respond to him and let him know that the reason we don't plow them is there is no place to plow
Well,
the
it's
snow and
disturbing
be
if
cost
that's true.
prohibitive every time to keep them clear for parking.
And if
I don't know
they
about
did
that,
plow it up
because
on that little bit of land, then you're covering the sidewalk up.
That's
You're in
right.
trouble.
There would just be,
Yeah, too much.
So do you want to do it when we clean up Main Street?
no, I think that we should continue as we have. He has
Are we all on the same page with this?
parking on Mill Street that he can utilize for his businesses and his customers.
I'm going to mention it to Elizabeth next time I see her.
That's my opinion.
Is everybody on the same page with Catherine?
Yes.
I am.
All right,
Okay.
so I'll send him a note. Explanation.
Thank you.
Okay. Catherine, you're going to talk about the proposals
Yes,
later under your items.
I can.
And,
or we can do it now, either way.
why don't we do it now, since it falls under Town Hall?
Sure.
Okay.
I have changed them to include Joyce's suggestions. The contact I had down there, the reason I just put Selectman Dawson and Selectman LaPlante was just so they could be easily identified as the bids for this project. So I just changed them, that's why I didn't email them to everybody, because I knew they'd be here. So I entitled it Meeting Room Project, Tilton Board of Selectmen, 257 Main Street, Tilton, New Hampshire. So that way, they'll be readily identifiable to us.
Those are the only changes you made to it?
No, I put down on the bottom, Tilton Board of Selectmen reserve the right to accept and/or reject all bids. Pat, you had suggested the contact information. It actually was there, but I guess when I sent it to you, it disappeared. So that says, if you have any questions or if you'd like to view the project, please contact Selectman Dawson. I had it after, well, Selectman Dawson and Al Plant with all the information. I had it after it. I moved it up to the front of the paragraph, of the sentence, if you will. So I have them here, and I did it on the electrical one as well. I didn't see any changes to the electrical one. I just adapted your change for, if you have any questions, to the electrical one.
The only one I had was the, around the window.
Oh, and I add, that. Thank you. I added, you mean trim around the wall, the new wall?
Right.
Because I did have trim,
Wall, right.
trim on both sides of the window.
Trim all sides.
I added, a stage opening is 22 feet, 8 inches by 10 feet, 9 inches, is enclosed with 2x4, 24-inch on set of framing, 5/8 inch sheetrock, soundproof, trim on both sides, and painted. So I added that up there, which, thank you, yeah. I kept forgetting things. Every time I looked at it, I'm like, oh, the door. We have to do something about the door. Oh, we have to do something about locking the door. Oh, my word. So, yes, thank you. So I have them here if anybody wants to look at them. I think they're ready to go.
Yep, I think so too. Are we going to send those out?
The deadline date is the 19th.
Did you put it by 4 o'clock? I had suggested by 4 on the 19th. So
No,
that we could
because
open them.
I didn't have these as that type of a bid.
Okay.
We won't know until the 15th whether we technically are going to have this passed or not.
Right.
Technically.
Right. I'll see if I can get some contractors in to look at it, before next, see if I can get some kind of bid. We have one on the electrical, and we have one on,
You got the BKM one?
on the carpentry.
No, on the heat?
On the heat, yes, but that's the next thing I want to talk about.
What was that?
I think the heat should be addressed separately from this project. Whether or not town meeting gives us approval to go forward on this, I think that we need to get heat up on that stage. We have 2 bathrooms up there, and the draft that's created, because it's not a heated space, just makes the furnace work harder to heat up this huge space. If that were heated as well and we eliminated that cold space, we might conserve some gas.
Were you able to
No, you're
find
absolutely right, Catherine.
the zones?
No, Al hasn't looked at, but we did get an estimate from, was it Brian?
Brian.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking at?
Yep.
So he must have determined something.
Well, it just says new zone valve and
So
circulator.
Al's
as
going to
needed.
crawl under to look more closely, and we're going to see if we can find where it's disconnected.
Yeah.
And then get
It's as
prices for
simple
that.
as just reconnecting it.
Well, that's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
Well, we could...
Although I can't imagine
we
why
could
anybody
get rid
would
of the
disconnect it, but...
curtain if we had heat up there.
Yeah.
And then we could have our wall space if we
Yeah,
cleaned
the
out that
problem
stuff.
with getting rid of that, the problem with getting rid of that is in the summer, because now you've not contained it here for air conditioning.
But the bigger space for air conditioning, but I suppose you could always put that thing back up.
The nice part about
I hate that.
putting a wall up there is now you can have a smaller space using less energy for air conditioning in a smaller space. But if you open that up, it's going to be much warmer because you have 3 air conditioners running. 4, 1, 2, 3.
Do they have that on a big pole up top?
Yes, and that pole can come down.
Well, I was just going to say, well, you just slide them open
Well, you
during
can
the winter,
slide those open anyway.
and then the summer, close them.
It's like a shower curtain, you just,
Yeah, I love our little clip there that we...
they're on grommets and you just slide it.
Yeah. Because if we don't get this wall, then we could still use that back wall if we cleaned it up, if we needed to project something.
Put together that really nice table that's up there.
Or just get a projector screen. The park commissioners have a projector screen.
I had a lot at the big trailer we went shopping for a chat.
Projector screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, kids. Where we
you
got
want
the
me
furniture
to-
from for the senior center.
Do you want me to send this, if you email it to me, I can send it to our list of contractors and electricians? And also, did you want to just run a little blurb in the newspaper, or?
Do we want anything in the newspaper? We definitely want it on the website, right?
Yeah.
That's our policy. I think I did email it to you. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I did send out the final
Oh, okay,
thing.
all right.
I'm thinking I did.
Well, I have the whole thing right here, and it's from Catherine Dawson.
What time?
Joyce.
You did?
Yeah, what time?
This one was sent March 5th, and then the next one is Joyce. Hang on. On March 5th.
Oh, there should be a March 6th.
There is a March 6th right here. This is
This
where she
morning that we
said,
just talked?
Right, but I came right up here and changed it.
Yeah.
And then I talked to Sandy. I couldn't find Pat's changes in my email. So Sandy made me a wiser person, came up here and found them, and then put those in. And then I think I sent them out.
Yep.
But that's all right, you know what? I can do it from here, right? Right?
but there are
Oh, no, I
some
can't
here
do it
from
from
the
here.
5th and the 6th.
They're not in here. Pardon?
There's some in here from the 5th and the 6th.
Okay, it would have been today, and it would have been, you know, 2-ish.
Well, when I check, I can check when I go back over, and,
If not,
because I have all my labels
I'll
and
turn that
everything.
on before we leave and send it
And
to you.
electricians, I have my little list of electricians, too. Very small list of electricians.
And there's a lot of electricians. It's a
But I keep
plethora.
track of everybody that I send
Yeah,
them to.
sitting here, I just came up with about 7.
I try and email, whoever has email addresses, I email, and if they don't, if they have a phone number, I'll call and say, can you send me your email address, because it just saves on postage,
Yes, it does.
and it
Yeah.
gives me a record of sending it.
We have Lakeside too now, because that's the one that's done the senior center. Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, Alice, Jordan, Caroni.
I'm out there.
Huh?
Right.
She retired? Good for her.
Okay,
I hope she's enjoying life.
I sent you the couple emails on the senior center roof estimates. Did you get those? He's unable to submit a quote, and we had received that one from,
So, Dan Chapman went up and took a look at the senior center roof where it's leaking. The problem is it's getting worse in the kitchen, and we really don't want to lose all our renovations that we've just done. He said he looked at the flat section on the senior roof when I was looking at the flat section, Sarah came out and offered to show where the leaks were inside. After seeing where the roof was leaking inside, I was able to rule out the flat section of the roof. There are 3 factors contributing to the leaks to the roof. The first problem is the plumbing boot on the pitch section of the roof appears to be improperly installed in allowing water to get under it. The second problem is ice dams. The leak that is coming in next to the door needs to be investigated further. Right now, there's 8 to 10 inches of ice up there that you can't see right around the door. Whether it was improper flashing insulation or a failure in the ice and water shield underlayment. The way to fix an ice dam problem is to add more insulation to the ceiling and to add ventilation directly under the roof deck. If the cost of the insulation ventilation is not practical, then heat cables can be installed to prevent ice from building up and allow the water to run off the roof. The third problem is the age of the roof and the amount of times it's been patched. This roof is nearing the end of its warranty life and would be difficult to further patch. His recommendation is to replace the pitched portion of the roof with architectural shingles and the proper underlayments, and to either blow more cellulose insulation in the ceiling or to install heating cables to the eaves and the gutters. Now, what he's saying is, I'm leaning towards more cellulose being blown in there because if you remember, we had the leak in the bathroom and that portion had to come down. There were two, like a 4-foot section
You have the pictures on your phone?
that had to come down, so the cellulose that all got water and everything, that portion came down. So that cellulose there is no longer. Plus, when we first moved into the senior center, all that blown-in insulation that was up there, shortly after that, when Mango left the coil up in the ceiling, they had to crawl in through that cellulose and way to the door and then drop it down. In doing that, we had to cut a section out of the ceiling, which is right where, exactly where that ice dam is now. So
I've seen it in person, too.
Yeah, all you have to do is
right
just
above the
email those
door,
to town
there's no
admin.
insulation because that section, a 2-foot section, has come down. And we've had the installation, which is now up and running, the hood. So there's been electricians up there in the attic doing wiring and so on and so forth. So I think it would behoove us to do the blown-in insulation before he does the roof, and then it's secure, because now you have everything that we need to have done up on that roof. I mean, up in the ceiling, I mean, done, sheetrock. And if we can find that leak in the kitchen, there won't be any more damage. I'm really concerned if we can even make it before town meeting, because it's about 6 inches away from our hood that they had to have a lift to put that hood up. And that was $1,600 that we paid to put that up. So I don't want the ceiling start having to replace anything near that hood, because that will really be a costly factor, really costly. So he gave us an estimate, a price to strip and re-roof the pitch section is $2,660. Price to blow in the 12 inches of cellulose and add proper vent, add eaves is $1,075. If needed, if plywood is needed, additional cost would be $575. So we have another quote just for the rubber roof from Forever Metal, and they're the ones that did the metal roof portion of it. And they gave us just for the rubber commercial grade flat part of the roof is $2,650.
What is Chapman planning on doing? Rubber roof?
No, he would do the re-roof the pitch section, strip and re-roof the pitch section, and then price to blow in the 12 inches
Well,
of
what's he going to
cellulose.
re-roof it with?
Asphalt shingles.
Asphalt shingles. So there are a multitude of roofs on that building.
Yes.
Is there 4? And I'm not talking about that crazy piece that comes out. I think that itself has a roof on it, or
There's
shingles.
the
You
front,
have the front porch, the main roof, and then in the back.
it slants down in the back, and then there's the flat,
We'd still have some pictures from the other.
and then there's the overhang over the ramp, which
And
is
the overhang over
causing,
the wrap.
is an add-on about 2 years ago.
So if we go forward with this, we still have one roof left that is relatively old and we haven't repaired.
Correct. My suggestion is to go for it all so that we have everything, including the blown-in insulation. Now we don't have to worry about that building, knock on wood, that portion of that building, and it protects our investment inside, because the $20,000 that the taxpayers gave us to do the renovations of that portion of the bill.
Oh, there it is, the backside of the building.
turned into almost $80,000 to $100,000 worth of renovations inside that building. I don't want that to go to,
So what is the roof that's leaking, that we're talking about repairing?
right over, see the slant that goes into this overhang here? Right where it goes into this overhang here, this is right where it's leaking, right in here, into the kitchen.
So he's going to repair that all the way over?
So all the way over, there's the vent that's not, the boot that's not in, all the way over. This right here is the only flat piece of the roof right here.
And he's not addressing that?
Right.
I think we should do the whole...
I think we should address that.
I think we should too.
Now, where's the leak?
If you're gonna do it, do it right.
Right here, right
Don't do
here.
it three
No,
quarters.
let's half-ass it. I really love doing
that's
it
from the boot.
half-ass.
Don't you? You know.
I'm kidding.
Right, so there's no insulation now
You should just go
whatsoever
three
right in
quarters
front
and
of this,
forget about it.
right in front of this vent, because that's where all the insulation,
Yuck,
that's where
yuck,
the
yuck.
leak was last year that we had repaired. And now there's no insulation over here over the door, right over here. So these two spots, we know there's no blown-in insulation. And when this project was finished, it was all blown-in insulation.
There is shingles up on those wings, isn't there?
Yep.
Well, I think that we should have him address the entire set of roofs back there, so that one flows into the other, so we don't, 2 years from now, we're not going to have to mobilize somebody to fix a, postage stamp size roof.
For $3,000.
Those are my pumpkins.
And I...
Don't seem to be getting any cheaper.
It sounds like that the Chapman bid has really looked at all of the problem.
All of the
and
problem,
has
addressed it.
addressed much more than just repairing the roof. I'd be inclined to
And he's local, so that if anything...
go with that
Right.
bid. My next question is, we haven't budgeted for this repair. It's
No.
an unexpected repair.
Our plan, I thought, was to make an amendment on the town floor to increase it by that amount because of the unforeseen leak that we have. We didn't see this until after the public hearing. This didn't
I'd
happen.
rather do that than try to move
Weasel it
money
in.
around if we can. I'd rather bring it up.
Typically, each year, we have a surplus. And I think we're pretty good about being tight. I would rather go forward and have the repairs done. This is really an emergency situation. We have to repair it. We can't allow...
The longer you wait, the worse it gets.
Right, we can't allow...
We have the money.
And then if we get into the fall, if we get into a situation where we are tight, we can petition DRA to allow us to take it from the surplus.
We have, we budget $25,000
For
in
town.
our town hall maintenance and repair buildings, of which at least $5,000 is committed to service contracts and minor repairs and things.
Right.
So we do have the money.
Yeah, I would
Peck away at projects.
say rather than trying to increase the budget, that we go forward, fix it, and tighten our belts. And hope we don't have any other unforeseen urgent repair needs. But there is a process we can go through to put those monies into the budget later.
We throw an amendment out there and the people vote it down, and you're not going to be able to do it.
No, we still could do it, but we'd have to find monies in the budget to do it. It's not like they're right.
And even if they voted it down, at least they'd know that it was happening.
So,
gonna happen.
just a quick question. So
They know right now.
pitched
Well,
section
some of them
is
do.
that whole roof area.
Right. What we're saying is to do everything, even the flat section now, so that we
Flat
know it's
section,
done.
okay.
Right.
So to blow in the insulation in the flat section and also do the pitched.
Right, because I think doing that flat section isn't going to cost that much more.
No, it's not.
No, because he's going to mobilize to do what he's doing, so he's not going to charge us that. He's already going to be there. I make a motion that we hire, I can't remember what his first name is, Dan Chapman, to repair the roofs that have not been redone.
Right.
on the back of the Grange Hall, and to do the insulation. What else did he suggest?
The plywood, if any plywood is needed.
Yeah.
He's gonna fix the sheetrock inside?
That needs to be repaired.
And to do the necessary repairs
Inside.
inside that has been caused by the leak.
I'm guessing some of that roofing is mush and subject to crumbling, and that's in a location where it might get in foodstuffs or
Is that something
whatever.
we can paint, our town forces can paint, or have?
It's actually, the sheetrock is actually peeling away from it now.
It should be done
'Cause it's so-
professionally.
Yeah.
It
So
actually has
that
to be
it
cut out and
blends.
like
Okay,
pieced
so
in.
mud and paint
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Repair it.
If we say repair, he's going to know what to do.
A to Z.
Yep.
Let it go.
Right now, in the bathroom, we just have that piece of sheetrock in there. It hasn't been taped or,
Well, that was only because we were waiting on the rest of it, and it was supposed to be done
Right.
when the roof was actually repaired.
But that's not part of this leak.
no,
Not
we
currently.
looked at that the other
Okay.
day when we were in there, and it was,
He should only be fixing what the leak damaged
Inside,
inside.
right.
So did you get your motion finished?
I think so.
All right, I'll second that.
Want to read that
I
back?
think so.
So there's a motion to hire Dan Chapman to replace and repair the roof.
We should read the contract. I mean, that's what we want him to do.
Can I have that back?
That's what we want him to do. But we also
To
want him to...
strip and re-roof the pitch section,
All of those.
blow in 12 inches of cellulose and add proper vent to the eaves, additional cost of plywood if needed, and also to repair the inside damage to the kitchen ceiling by the door and window,
And to
and to replace the
sheetrock.
replace the flat roof with the
Right.
rubber roof.
Right.
well, I would leave it up to him.
Yeah. Maybe he could pitch the whole thing down and then have, get rid of the
No,
flat.
I mean, there's a lot of different coverages
Yeah.
you can put on a flat roof.
Right.
You know, he did say that there is a solvent now that they put on it that they could do that's cheaper money that would be, 6 or 7 years out.
Yeah, and all you do is I have flat roofs, and that's what I do. We periodically have to go up there and
Redo it.
redo the roof, seal it. Yeah.
And a highway could do that,
That's rubber
right?
now?
Yep.
That's a membrane now?
The flat part is, yes.
But not the flat part over the back door, or is that rubber too?
That's a pitched roof.
That one is pitched, so
Yes.
this one over here is the flat one.
So we
The
just want him
bathrooms
to,
is the flat.
Okay.
So a motion's been made and seconded, discussion purposes.
Yeah, you gotta remember, anything that we have highway do is not warranted. You're coming to a roof, you want somebody to do it that's gonna warranty the work. So we can't allow somebody to do something that's not warranted. Because if we do that, we could be costing the town a lot more money. It's cheaper to do it right the first place and have it warranted.
That's good.
That's all I can say.
Joe, you had something to say?
Golly, now I forget. He started talking about warranties, and it's like I had this question. Oh, we're taking the money out of
Town hall.
the town hall repair fund.
Expenses, right.
We're convinced that this is the best price we're going to get for this work.
I contacted 4 other people, roofers, and 3 of them have declined to do the work.
They don't even want to mess with it.
No.
Too small.
Actually 5. One bid, which was that Forever, and then Dan.
Okay.
2 I contacted
You
said
know how
they
I
would-
feel about that whole
Right.
request, over
Exactly.
$500.
I did 5 people, and I went to Roland Huckins, I went to Brian Harris, Mike Bolduc, Dan Chapman, and Forever Metal.
I would only ask that, it sounds kind of open-ended, whatever kind of roof he has to do, and so on and so forth, and I would think that he would keep us apprised of, so there were no surprises at the end. I heard $2,600, and maybe there's plywood,
He has an
but we don't
estimate.
know. Yeah, I don't want this to cost $5,000 before we're done, that's all, without knowing it. I hate surprises.
Without the plywood, it's $3,735,
That's without the flat roof.
without the flat roof. That's the insulation and,
Oh, the insulation, yeah. Well,
So it's 2,600 and then 1,075, and then whatever that section of the roof is, which is,
so it's 5,000 anyway. Then let's say I don't want it to all of a sudden cost 10,000.
right, okay. That's,
and you voted?
motion's made and seconded. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor of the motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
I just have two more quick things. Well, I don't know how quick. I was contacted by Jeannie White. She's the woman that's working with Gaslight Village for the feasibility study. They have another grant round for feasibility studies, and Windy Hill Cooperative has now contacted them. They're ready to have a feasibility study. So they're going to be in, what? Don't make me laugh. They're going to come in on the 20th and meet with the board, their board of directors and what have you. And again, it's a real tight window to have the public hearing, notice a public hearing, have a public hearing, publish the public hearing, and get the application done.
Is that the same thing that you have to have two public hearings and they do them back to back?
Yes, yep, same thing.
I love that.
Is this the one that wanted a recommendation on engineers in their
Oh,
top?
no, that's the
That's
other group.
somebody different.
That's what I was
That's
thinking.
Gaslight Village.
Gaslight.
Yeah, in fact, when she comes
Their
in
top
on the
pick was Peter
20th.
Holden.
Who?
I could say that.
Peter Holden?
Yeah.
Careful.
Yeah,
Careful.
I didn't say anything. I just wondered if we were talking about the same guy.
Yes.
so, anyway, so we couldn't run the ad for the public hearings until they formally spoke with the board, and the board approves going forward. So, but if and when you do approve it on the 20th, we have to act fast.
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow we're meeting with DOT.
So should we set up a public hearing now so that we,
Might well.
We have to
Right.
formally say yes to them that we will
Right.
and
host
then
their
post, but then how
grant.
many days do we have to post it?
12.
12. So then the following week is going to be the,
What's our criteria for approving this?
How does it benefit the community?
Windy Hill project.
Well, it helps moderate
Yes,
to low-income
certainly.
people. That's how they qualify for the
Sewage out of
grant.
the ground.
So,
Certainly
why-
benefits
we know
people.
it's going to benefit us, so why don't we approve it now?
Because they haven't asked us.
Right, it's,
There is that.
Donna Lane is doing their application. She
Okay.
says,
You're almost
after
there.
you decide on March 20th, we will put in the
That's number
notice. It has to
7,
be
we're
at
at
least
number 2.
12 days before the
It's coming.
hearing. So mid-April would work. The app is due April 25th. So we can wait.
Yeah, this is about.
We can't like put off the decision another week after that. I guess
Seeing
that's
as you're
what I'm saying.
downstream, you should be glad.
I'll give
You and
all
me
this
both.
stuff to you.
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow we're meeting with the Department of Transportation to talk about our warrant article.
Right.
And I wanted to know if you wanted to give some thought now into some questions that we want to ask and what we want for an outcome.
I have a question.
Catherine, the road committee met last night. They didn't have a quorum present.
Yeah, we had a quorum.
3 is a quorum?
Yeah, there's only 5 of us.
So they had a quorum.
And so they have some recommendations or a
Yes,
list of questions,
yes.
I'm assuming, yep.
Well, and also Senator Sanders has agreed to come with us.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
So far, it's
Aye.
going to be Sandy. Al, are you coming? Sandy, Catherine,
Sleeping.
you're not coming?
Unfortunate, well, it is what it is. I have the underground storage tank quarterly meeting
Yes,
at
you're the
9
chairman.
a.m. tomorrow at the Northfield Town Hall, and will be unable to go to the DOT. You all know how I feel about the DOT's
Right.
the last meeting and whatever, and I'm sure that all my questions will be answered.
Okay. And then Dennis and myself will be going.
Outstanding. Dennis
So
and I have
that's 3,
discussed
so
it,
that's 5 of us. So, right, you're not going. So 1, 2, 3.
You kept saying Sandy, but it's
I'm
Pat.
sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. So Dennis is going to drive, so we can all, and if you want to be 3 people in the back seat, I'll sit in the back seat.
Is he driving our car or his?
His car. So he can come pick us up and drive. What?
He lives in that car.
He what? What?
Oh, yeah, I get it. I get
Yeah.
He's smoking cigarettes in there.
He smokes in that car. Right?
Right.
I'll ride in that car.
All right. So,
If he wants to drive our car, I'll ride with him.
okay. I'll work it out at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with them, so we'll know. So I think that you were present at that meeting last night, so
Yep.
but I'll write down some questions just to make sure we
I
don't
think we
forget.
had, yeah, and I think Senda
have
had
a
some really
question.
good input in it,
He
too.
did.
What are you looking
So,
at?
I think we're good to go.
Oh, I'll see
You know, one
it
of our
soon.
biggest problems is how much is this going to cost?
Right.
We're not going to know until we have the engineering done. So how do you get the engineering done before you get approval?
You can't.
You can't. So one of the questions to pose to them tomorrow is, would they consider paying for the engineering? And then making it part of the project later? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get that engineering done, but it seems to be very critical.
Yep.
Or can they identify the cost of the engineering?
Yeah, give
I
us
mean, it used to be, they used to do it in-house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're not doing it in
Oh, no, we have to hire an engineer.
Or they do.
They're not gonna hire an engineer.
Oh, no, I think the guy told us that we had to do
They're gonna-
hire the
We may
engineer.
let's make a deal with them.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we have to do is and maybe 80/20, that would be much more palatable, and they keep the road.
Roads.
Well, the roads, but 80/20,
But that really is the critical question that we're hearing from the public.
Deal
Is
or no
what
deal?
is this, what is
Yeah,
the real
yeah.
cost?
Yes.
I mean, our cost is projected, but I
gotta do something about Caleb
drove over
Hill.
Caleb Hill
Gotta.
last night in the
That's
dark.
bad.
That was a mistake. I think I left other parts of my truck up there. I probably should check in the daylight. But I can conceivably, just the drainage work that road's going to need.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be far more than what we've projected.
Oh, I think so too.
Well, their original estimate was 700,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but
Maybe.
their original
Six.
estimate for Silver Lake Road was
All the ledges and whatnot.
very, very low.
Yep.
And when we finally had it engineered, and what was really required to bring the road, and the original project included all 4 of the Class 2 state aid roads, and that finally came in from the engineering, what really needed to be done to bring those roads up to par, the state could only afford to do Silver Lake Road, that's why the other 3 were left out of the project.
Right.
It's possible.
So, again, the engineering is critical. I think that has to be,
So the
That shouldn't
cost,
be on
and I
there,
think
should
the
it?
other big thing is, I mean, we can gnash our teeth
I've never
and
seen in 3
rattle our
years
sabers all we want
name
at the
on
state,
one of
and I
these.
think to try and make
Have
our residents
big black
understand that, yes, those are very good arguments. They're very good arguments that they're raising. Within the next couple years, I don't think we would see anything happen.
no, I don't.
This is
Their new,
it has a name on it. I've never seen one of these with a name on it.
their new tier.
I don't even see these, let alone see one with a name on it.
Well, I've never
Those
seen
are all
one
kept
with a
so
name on it.
confidential. I don't look in that envelope.
It wasn't redacted. Is
No,
that,
it's written in handwritten on the invoice.
That's not Tim's right.
Well, because, no, yeah, it is, because public service has to know what account to apply it to. So he has to apply the
Yeah.
account number.
Account number, yeah, but it doesn't have to have.
But the
that
only person that
person's
sees
name on
that
there.
is
but
the
that's,
check stub.
this is that goes in an envelope, that's not viewed by the general public.
Right.
I've never seen a name.
Oh, they've come,
This goes to PSNH.
Yeah,
We don't, this is not our files.
but I've still never seen a name in 3 years. I've never seen anybody's name on there.
Well, that's
Puts an
why it's
account
been,
number.
That's why I wanted to know if that was a kosher thing.
Yeah, it's fine,
Yes,
as long
it's
as it
fine.
doesn't go out to the general public.
as long as it stays in the confidential envelope, which is what he's doing.
Because all of this is all redacted here.
Because
I've never
that's,
seen anybody's name on any of that paperwork. It's always redacted. Because yes, it is-
yeah, the question of what do we do if this doesn't work, if there's no project? What do we do? I have no idea. I suppose that's the point, we get the legislative representatives involved. I think it's very important when we have this joint meeting to talk about the downsizing or downshifting of welfare, that we also include the roads, the lack of
absolutely.
funding, because it is the representatives to the general court that have caused this problem.
Right.
Big problems.
But when you look at it, does this include like Northfield? Right, but when you look at the statistics, Tilton, we have 12 and a half miles of roads. So the only other one that is equivalent to us would be Center Harbor.
Of town roads.
Of town roads. They have 14 miles of town roads, but they only have 13 miles of state roads. We've got 26 and a half miles of state roads. So more
They would
than
love
half
those.
of our roads. So I think we need to point that out again to
More than half of our roads are
our
state roads.
And they're a mess.
Lots
Well,
of
and if
them
you
are.
look at the tiered system, what's interesting is, they have town roads in there, in their tier system. Why do they even list them? They have no maintenance requirements of town roads.
Right.
The reason they're listing them is because they've put the Class 2 state aid roads in there as well. So they're making that connection, which I really resent. I
They
think
don't do
it
the
says,
maintenance
I
on
think it
their
says
own roads
volumes.
and-
It says volumes that they've done that.
What is the realistic?
Well, to me, it just seems like we've just got to continue
realistic.
making a pain in our,
What?
whatever ourselves.
2080.
And just
They're
keep
gonna give us money
bombarding
to
them.
do
Don't leave them alone.
engineering. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna do it. Did you say that?
Well,
I don't believe it.
if we want them to keep the roads, I think, there's going to be less leeway.
No.
It'll be interesting. Let's just say it'll be interesting.
And then we had 3 insurance claims that I filed. One is that one that I got a couple weeks ago from the chief. One, we had one of the police cruisers backed into another cruiser, another police cruiser.
Get out of
They're
here.
playing bumper cars at the
Yeah.
PD?
And
Was
then
that at the PD?
Yeah. And then the other one I had mentioned last week about Mr. Cropsey and his
Yep.
His window
So
frame?
I just have to kind of put these in
And you're
order.
not putting in a claim for the window, are you?
We contacted
I
them.
have to contact them, and they investigate it.
Oh, okay.
I just have to kind of clip these in the right order, but
Yeah.
you're welcome to look at the file.
Okay.
Can I just say, and thanks for that small police department that we still have, because this probably wouldn't happen with a bigger parking lot. I just want to say, put that out there. Just saying. Just saying.
The property liability trust
Man,
Parking
is
lot is a joke.
redoing, you know how they were like separate? Yep. And now they're back together, and they're doing a new, because you have to file everything online. And it's a horrible thing, and so they're redoing it. I guess I'm not the only one that has complained. All right, and then the rest of my things are all for non-public. Okay. I'll get this in order, I'll give this to you.
Cruising
This is
rental.
non-public.
Moving on. Flying down the highway.
I have a question you might know the answer to, Joyce. The salt overtime budget in the Department of Public Works has come under significant stress this winter season, and I was just wondering how those lines are doing on the budget for
Well, Dennis
Public
is good, he
Works.
comes in and he checks every week.
How close are we? I mean,
I think we're still under budget, aren't we?
yeah, how close? Any idea?
I'd have to look at it.
Okay, well, just so that we're thinking about it.
Conscious of it.
Yeah,
and
I know he is.
when we know that we are going to exceed, we, as soon as we know, we let the board know. In fact, I had mentioned today, and I'm sure we'll talk about it later, is that the PD legal budget is well overspent. I just got 2 more invoices today, so, and you'll see one of them in your...
It just did.
We haven't even got to town meeting yet, and it's
Yeah, we're...
1,280, it's 12,000.
It's 10,000 budget, and the bill we had was 12,000.
186.
2 more invoices today, one's for 11,000, other one's for 2,000. So I just got invoices for 13,000.
What, hold on.
I don't
Right now,
know.
it's $2,186 overspent. Now you're saying you've got another bill for
2
13,000?
bills, 13,000.
13,000, so it's going to be
What? You have 2 more bills?
$15,000 overspent?
Yeah, they just came in today.
So I just, wait,
I haven't processed.
that one's 12,000? Right? Down at the bottom.
$12,186.
So you've got 2 for 13 each?
No. And this
13
one-
total for
This
the 2.
entire bill.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
It's still 25 grand, 12 and 13.
So we're $15,000.
40,000.
Or lawyers?
That's going to be a hard budget to manage.
$15,000 over budget already, and we have
That's why
not to
I
town
s-
meeting
I
yet.
saved that as I'm sitting down in my
It's gonna be a
seat,
hard budget to
got all my
manage.
stuff.
What are we gonna, we can't go into town meeting already overspent.
Was there a
Apparently we
choice?
can.
Was there a choice?
Apparently, you got no choice.
There was no choice. You had to do the, we had to negotiate the union contract.
Yes.
We had an employee situation
No,
that came
it's
up.
not, well,
that
yeah,
had
it will,
to-
but
It required an attorney. We could not say, okay, hold that
Always
thought,
right.
and wait until after town meeting.
Lawyers.
We had no choice.
Right.
We did not create the situation, it
Okay,
was
so-
created for us.
What,
well, we'll have to amend that line.
we-
We have to amend the line.
what are we gonna do?
You got to amend it.
You'll have to amend it.
We can't be overspent by the 15th of March.
It's a
and then-
bottom line budget. The
Nonetheless.
budget is not overspent, only that line item is
People have
overspent.
the right to know.
He's on the, I don't understand where he's gonna get the money if, in fact, we pinched out everything possible.
We could eliminate a position.
We need up the, we need up that line.
Maybe we need
knew
to
you were gonna do
consider, we
that.
need to consider something. I'm not even sure what.
Eliminate a position.
What's in
at a
line now?
loss
What's the
for
line?
coherent speech.
Legal,
What's the line at right now?
12,186.
A loss. I'm at a loss.
And then she has these 2 bills right now.
Already at 25.
That's right.
Well,
So we're already at $25,000, and it's a $10,000 line item.
Now, this is police or for town hall?
Police,
Police, that's right.
10,000.
And it's already 25.
You're gonna have to at least go 35, because you're
the
gonna
most
go,
we up the line to 35,000.
we can't, we have to
can't.
amend it on, we
Well,
can't do
amend
it
on the
today.
floor
Yeah.
We have to do it on the
Amend it
floor.
on the floor.
Oh, my God.
I have no
Go
choice.
ahead, and then we have
We
to
can
explain
eliminate a
it.
position. You think I'm kidding?
How do you explain that? We're gonna amend that line
Our
on the floor.
circumstances beyond our control. We didn't create the position. We didn't, the situation.
Yeah, I understand that. They're gonna wanna know why,
You can't tell.
and I know that.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I know.
It's not part of the plan.
I'm the bid,
Wait a minute.
In non-public.
Got that right.
Okay, March 22nd, remember, senior breakfast, everybody?
March what?
March 22nd, it's a Saturday morning, 8 to 10.
Will I know that?
You best better know that. You're
Well,
serving, aren't you?
Will I be told that?
What, March 22nd?
I got it in my calendar.
And what happens?
I think I'll be able to attend this
Applebee's
one.
pancake breakfast for the seniors.
Okay.
All right, and, no, don't say, oh.
9 a.m. is the school board meeting.
Yes, 9 a.m. is a school board meeting.
School board or school district meeting?
The school district meeting,
Yep,
Is on that Saturday?
yes.
the 22nd of March.
I won't be there.
Beware.
At
A
Applebee's.
pancake, yeah, well, I'm
We can
definitely
go
going,
to Applebee's at 8 a.m. and then go over to the school.
That's
Simple.
true.
I'll stop, and
What
if I
time
can
is
get
their
in to
meeting
eat, I
start?
will. I'll donate
Oh,
my
it's at
money.
9 a.m.
I'll donate my money, but I'm going to the school district
Okay,
meeting.
now I have something else that I want to bring up.
Yep.
The senior community action program runs fundraisers throughout the year to raise monies for their meals program. March is the month that they usually do fundraising for the meals, and they have I hope I'm explaining this properly. March for Meals, which is actually a walk for meals, but several communities and several different teams are teaming up and doing a different fundraiser. Some are doing, bake sales and things like that, those that can't go out and actually do a walk for the seniors. So I thought perhaps maybe the selectmen can, think of something creative, like the month of March, being the early part of March. We could do like a dress-down day at Town Hall, and they could pay 50 cents or $1 for dress-down day, and that money goes to the meals, and Al would have to pay $1 every day, because he's always dressed down.
Who drives that? Who drives that?
Or
You got plans something?
come up with something that we
I
could
think
come
you
up
look
with.
fine, buddy.
The town of Tilton.
Red
So
Sox,
it's the-
Red
The Winnie
Sox,
River
great.
plunge?
You're on your own, kid. I'm not going to.
I don't think my heart could take that.
Oh, me neither.
Me neither.
What do you think? Do you think we could, something that we could do as a,
It's already March, and we've got to think up of something.
yeah. Well, I was just told this on Tuesday when we,
Well, I think that everybody
Had a
would
meeting up there.
enjoy doing a dress-down day.
I mean, even if it's a couple of dollars, it's still a couple of dollars towards a meal for the
Right.
seniors.
Sure.
Why don't we have Why don't we,
Get over
St.
it.
Patrick's Day is coming up, why don't we do something with that we, a green day, I don't know.
If you don't dress in green, you pay the fee.
Well, if
And
we'll
if you
dress in
dress-
green.
And if you dress in green, then you
still pay
pay,
the fee.
yeah, you pay a fee. So either way, you pay
All
a
right,
fee.
so the town hall and the
Catherine's
PD
not liking
and
this.
highway has to
Okay.
dress in green on St. Patrick's Day or pay $1.
Oh, $1.
No, you want to earn money, you want to raise money.
Yeah, but do you know how many people are in the PD? And
If everybody comes
in the
dressed in
uniforms
green.
if uniforms at the highway are all blue, so.
Everybody who dresses in green pays $2. Everyone who doesn't dress in green
$5.
pays $5.
I ain't dressing.
I don't own anything green, so I'm a $5 kind of guy.
Me too.
I'm in.
I'm in.
And that sweater is not green, Catherine.
Yes, it is, it's
Yes, it
forest green.
It is green.
Oh, well,
it
you know
has to
what?
be
Then we
St.
need to
Patty's green.
It has to
designate
be-
Kelly
It has to
Green.
be St. Patrick's
Kelly
green.
Green.
That's not it.
What do you think?
That is St. Patty's green.
An idea?
Yeah, it's Kelly Green.
Yes.
But that's
I
not,
think so, and I
gotta
think
be
that,
clothing.
of course, participation is voluntary. I wouldn't want anybody to think that they absolutely positively have to do this, even though, of course, you do.
If you don't, I will shake your
I know, yeah.
oh,
We will
you
shame
do,
you.
or we're gonna collect $5?
Right.
There you go. If you're ashamed.
What do you think,
you're
chief?
Either way, you have to pay the $5.
Work.
Green clip-on ties, there you go. It's worth it. They pay $2 for a green clip-on tie.
Otherwise,
No pink. What?
How about you paint your face green?
Clothing.
Just rather not
Clothing.
have the police do
In
that,
addition,
paint their face green.
all right,
and if you wear something pink, you're paying 10.
I didn't even wear flowers in my hair in the
25.
60s.
Okay, whatever.
25.
God, I wish I had something pink now.
25.
Wear it just to pay my money.
Wear something pink.
I don't have anything. Yeah, I've got a
I don't
closet
own- I
full
don't
of
own
pink
anything
stuff.
pink.
Maybe I'll go over and
That's
borrow
just
some
not
of
my color.
Catherine's.
Okay,
I have nothing pink.
You have nothing pink either?
No, that's not my
That's probably your
color.
whole closet full of stuff.
Yeah, she's a closet pink liker. Pinko. A pinko.
Right up there.
Isn't that a bad thing?
It used to be a bad thing.
Did it?
Yep. Pinkos were communists.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
That's right, from the Cold War,
Yep.
the 50s. You were a
That's why
pinko.
Arizona picked
Lucille
picked,
Ball was
pink for
labeled
the-
a pinko.
I wonder how that came about.
That's why Arizona picked
her-
the pink,
Her mother was a member of the
uniforms
Communist
for the
Party. and
prisoners.
She signed something for her mom, and it turned out she
I
became
thought
a
he did
member
it just
of the
because most men
Communist
hate
Party,
pink.
of all things.
Joe, I'm gonna have to say, I don't
so should
remember
we
that.
make that
And
should we make that in a, like
You
a,
weren't born then.
how should we do that? Should we make a motion, or?
I don't think we need a motion, but we need a letter to send out to
Yep.
all of our.
Yeah, that's all we
Send out.
need.
Bryce, a memo?
Memo. And make
Green
sure
Day
they
for
can't
St.
say I didn't
Patrick's
get the
Day.
memo. All right, they get the memo.
All those that
Wear green, pay.
wear green pays $2.
All those who don't pay.
All those that do not wear green, including highway and police,
Pay 5.
pay $5. All proceeds go to the March for Meals, for the senior meals for the Community Action Program.
March for senior meals.
March for Meals.
March for meals.
It helps pay for the meals program for the senior center.
There you go.
Green underwear, don't
Sandy's already paying ahead.
see?
Who's gonna collect it?
Got
You,
$2. I'll
Catherine, you
bring my
collecting the
money
money? All right, Catherine's gonna collect the money that day.
All right. And you can all bring your money in and give it to
And there's
Kath.
no paid time off to be given that day.
No vacation time. Gotta pay your dues.
Well, no, that's an automatic $5 thing.
The 17th, I believe, is a Monday.
Well, it goes to,
What's it
it
for?
goes to Catherine.
Don't wear green, pay $5.
We're green for seniors, that was the change.
Time magazine coined the term pinko in 1925.
What day is it, March 17th?
It's a Monday.
50s were big on the pinkos.
17th?
The 40s,
Yep.
too.
It was used as a term to refer to those of leftist
Yes.
sympathy.
Yeah, communists.
It's for
That's
their
what they-
meal
in the 40s
program,
and
Community Action Program.
No, back then it was not
You only got
for
$40 to start
communists.
out with.
It was just people
Well,
with
good to go.
leftist ideas.
Leftist ideas.
I
Well,
would've
in the
been a
40s
pinko.
and 50s, it was
Yeah.
They equated it
Well,
better
Alan and I
Yeah.
paid our
the
dues.
red.
Yeah, it started in 1948.
There you
Henry
go.
Wallace.
All right.
I'll wear something pink.
So that would go, Catherine, just so you know, that money would go to Sarah, not to the senior center, not into our fund for senior center. That goes to Sarah directly for the meals program. Wow. Okay?
That is interesting.
That's just separate from us. And we're the team, the selectmen here are going to be that.
What day do we have to do
Teen
this?
Town
Oh,
of
St.
Tilton.
Patrick's Day.
I have a question now. Maybe you can help me understand this. As of the 31st,
Way to go.
okay,
Were people already planning on wearing
the
green?
expenditure.
I got my last selectman check. I think I gotta give it to you now because I'm next week.
So unless I miss my bed, that's almost 34,000.
Yeah, that's what you do after like 35.
I know, second to the last. Oh, my God,
They're
that's so
asking for 10
sad.
grand. I mean, it's not
I'm just
realistic.
looking over here for Sandy, and she won't be here.
There'll be a burly guy sitting over here.
Oh, no. Oh, thanks for the shock value here.
Oh, we'll be in the minority.
Yes.
We will. We had woman power for 3 years. No, we 5.
5.
5, 6.
6 years,
6
3.
years. No, I've only been here for 5.
Yeah, 5 years.
One more year.
One more year.
Yeah, see, 5 years. We had
5
woman
years.
power on the board, now we won't.
We're going to be the minority.
That's sad.
I have thought of that.
That's sad.
I have thought of that. It's a new era, Al. We're
All right.
taking back the power.
Moving right
Women
along,
used to be drummers.
Tim would like us to sign the MS-60 in last year's form to be reviewed. This is the Department of Revenue
Audit stuff.
audit.
I make a motion to let Pat Constantino as chairman sign the audit because there's only one spot.
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll second it, but
Thank you.
get it on the floor.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor, after
Aye.
Catherine reads it?
Aye.
All
Aye.
right.
Aye. All right.
I've looked at, I haven't looked at that one, but I've looked at some of the other ones.
Did we
Unless you
give,
have a degree.
did we give Janice her town reports yet?
We just did the color ones today and foiled them. They're down in the office. We still have some.
Oh, I know what this is. I thought this was something different.
Now you have yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many more
This
do
is
we
just
have
telling
to
them we
foil?
have an auditor, and this is who it is.
20?
All together, and that's it? And they're all done? Outstanding.
Well, we'll print more if we need it. We did 325.
Nice. Sweet.
So if we run out at town meeting, are we going to have the antique ones for backups?
I hope so. I love those things.
Well, I think what we do is we see how many go on voting day. We try and make sure we have at least 100.
Did you make a copy of this?
Some people don't remember.
Right.
I did, yes, thank you, yeah. That's,
But we may
yeah.
have a good turnout this year.
Well,
Surely will.
I got the feeling that we'll have more than we did last
it's going to
year.
be standing room only. There's 3 big issues.
And then we also print the budgets and the warrant. We make extra copies of those.
Right.
You're gonna lose these bills, you need to take these bills.
All right, I'm gonna have
No,
them.
we have 3 big issues.
You're gonna lose them.
I know, but we do have 3 big issues. We really do.
I think of a couple of them that are going to bring out people on both sides.
Yes.
What's the third one?
Paid today, I'll give you a copy.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That ain't gonna be an issue.
Okay, anybody else have anything to bring up?
no issue.
Public session,
You mean period?
I do.
We
period.
have all
Yep.
sorts of things.
We're gonna go into non-public and then go home.
Okay. Wow.
He's not ready, go
The
ahead.
copier failed. Well, I wasn't prepared for, the copier failed. What's up with that? How much did that cost us? How much is that gonna cost us?
It's
How much
not
did the
gonna cost
reports
us-
cost us?
It failed, but it's not gonna cost us right now because he's looking into replacing it right now, and we don't have final figures, and he's looking into, he'll have more for us next week.
He wants how much the reports cost.
Then I want to know how much the reports cost.
It's in our email, right, go ahead.
The total cost to do it was, just the printing, was $722.80.
Right, and that was $1.99 a piece,
$1.90.
90.
When we sent the whole thing out, didn't it used to cost us around $4,000?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
So we were doing it considerably cheaper in-house,
Over a
Yes.
million copies on our.
We were doing it about 16 cents a piece.
even with a $500 gift certificate.
And we
It was still cheaper.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Very cheap.
Lay that out there.
can't complain.
He's not, he's just for information,
That's correct.
for the public. All right, so the copier machine died.
The copier machine died, yeah, okay. I just wanted to say that daylight savings time is Saturday, folks.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Saturday night, Sunday morning. When you go to bed Saturday night, set your clocks forward. The senior center hood's approved. Did you call Tim to go
Tomorrow
and
morning.
finish it? Okay, that's terrific.
He's-
The consortium contract, has everybody had a chance to read the contract?
It was in my folder today, I
Yeah, no, I
did
just
not
got
have a
it.
look at it.
Okay, well then, you might peruse that
Yep.
for next week tentatively, or the week after that. Probably the week after that. or the week after that one, because the one thing I noticed was that Tim hadn't put up any INET information.
Right.
And that's what our $10,000 INET outlay would be based on. So there's got to be something that goes in that area.
Right.
And Joyce, well, I'll talk to you afterwards on my thing. Then the last thing was, there's a UST meeting, underground storage tank meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Northfield Town Hall. The big issue is we have water encroachment into the tank lining again. This is the second time. Those covers used to have rubber grommets or something that cover the tanks, but the grommets are gone. It's not covered over there for where you've pumped gas into the tank.
Can we just fix that?
We pumped it out, and they tried to fix it, but apparently that didn't work. So now it's had to be done again. So we'll be discussing where do we go from there to correct that issue.
Do we have any warranty that when it was fixed?
This was, no, these things are like 15 years old. It's just poorly designed. 15 years ago, okay, fine, but now we're 15 years down the road, and they've started to deteriorate, and it's a thing. As soon as I have more concrete information about what the potential fixes are and what have you, certainly to let you all know about that. And public access. Public Access TV LRPA has come up with a new formula for public access. You will probably pick up real quick that LRPA is mentioned nowhere in the contract with MetroCast. LRPA is now not a function of the consortium at all. It's a standalone thing, although the towns have paid for the equipment and paid to get it going this far. We are suggesting $200 for each entity to continue to receive the signal. That means that all the people with MetroCast could still get the public access in town for the sum of $200, not each, a one-time payment of $200 for a year. And then if the townspeople wanted to produce, and like right now, the church down here that used to be on there all the time, they can't do that because we don't help pay for public access. That's the way it works. But instead of the $8,000 or whatever we paid the last time, it would, for receiving and producing, would be a total of $1,200 for a year. Now, we don't have to pay the $1,000, certainly. If people want to produce, maybe they get together, maybe there's a donation, somebody makes a donation, whatever, but the receiving part for $200, I think, is important, even if we never broadcast a thing on it, because the children's auction is on LRPA.
What children's auction?
Yeah, there's a WLNH children's auction, and there has been every year for like the last 32 years.
Yeah.
This year they raised almost $500,000 for places, for the children's auction. Board of Directors gives this money out to the United Way, the Pines Community Center, various things.
Northfield Santa Fund.
The Santa Fund. And
They auction on.
All kinds of things.
I don't know anything about it.
There's a website. This is way too involved for me to explain the whole thing right this second, but suffice to say that it's a wonderful thing,
Sure
this
don't
children's
advertise it
auction.
well, because I've never heard of it.
That would be the one
I've never heard of it.
exceptionally good reason for contributing the $200 for everybody to receive, because if we don't, they'll shut it off.
Yeah.
So that's just, I'm just saying, and let me see, that's that. And that pretty much takes care of my stuff, I think. Yep. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Al?
I'm good.
Catherine?
I have a couple simple things. I read an email sometime this week that's, someone wants to put signs on the memorial
Oh, yeah.
What memorial?
out here.
Really?
Oh, yes, yes, I forgot that.
And we decided a while ago that that was very disrespectful to the memorial, that if they want to put signs, they need to be on the trough.
Correct.
What kind of sign?
What was it for, Joyce?
They
I just like to know. There should be nothing on there.
That's what it is. It's for the fire department.
No.
To advertise training.
No.
I'm against putting it on the memorial for the, because that's desecrating the very veterans that give us
We
the
already
freedom to
made
do it.
that
A rule.
a rule.
Right.
So anyone that calls up or emails and
No.
wants to put anything on the memorial, the immediate response would be,
No.
absolutely no advertisement on the memorial. And if we ever see any, and I do it, I go out and pull it off and put it on the trough.
I see, I'm gonna throw it out.
But I think we're going to respond to them.
They're
that
coming from all over, so they need the directions.
They want
to the Tilton
directions how to
School.
get there.
On the trough, I think
Yes.
that's probably fine, with an arrow that points up
Yeah.
the hill, and
Even on the pole out here.
I'm in agreement to put it on the trough. But absolutely nothing on the memorial.
correct.
Are we going to discuss 822 Laconia Road in non-public?
Yes,
Oh, good.
I have some correspondence from Attorney McGuffin.
Yeah. Made my day this morning.
Attorney McGuffin. My old pal.
And you started it, thank you. That's what happened to that. I know it is.
I tried to help out.
Yesterday,
He does his best, folks.
I attended a Technical Advisory Committee meeting at Lakes Region Planning in Meredith. And this had come up actually last month at the meeting. There is a federal program whereby communities can identify scenic byways. There is federal monies that come in for the roads and whatnot. There is a Lakes Region Scenic Byway Corridor,
Yeah.
of which Tilton has never been a part of, or at least not that I know of. It's Alton, Center Harbor, Guilford, Laconia, Meredith, Moultonborough, Ospey, Sandwich, Tamworth, Tuftonboro, and Wolfboro. And my feeling is, we're the gateway. Most of the tourists come up 93, get off in Tilton
It's a 20.
to the start of it. And I apologize, I don't have the map, but yeah, this is the gateway.
So we should get gateway money.
Well, it's not so much to get the federal dollars, because quite frankly,
Say it.
it would probably be mostly Route 3, so it'd be the benefit for the state. But what it does do is it's publicized, and if you look it up, you'll see it on the Chamber of Commerce
Right.
for the Lakes Region. Often they will print these little brochures that you see in all the information areas, rest areas and whatnot, where it identifies the corridor. So what it's going to do is to bring tourists to Tilton. And if we can get them to come into our downtown area,
Yep.
where we have all these historical wonders.
That would be huge.
Wonders.
So
Good, absolutely.
I just wanted to know if the board wanted me to pursue this further.
Absolutely.
Please, I'd like to work on it with you.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I'm all about
Okay.
getting people through downtown.
Well, I think for our businesses, it would just be a great
I
economic,
think a strong, vibrant
I just-
downtown is the center of any community.
yeah.
I would really want you to pursue that. I'm all for it, 100%, but what I just heard was that Joe Jessamine still has unfinished business and would love to continue on the Board of Selectmen.
I know, I heard it too.
That is my main thing,
Did everybody hear me?
downtown.
Okay.
This is not a campaign stop, but downtown is something I've been talking about for
I
years.
just wanted the public to know that you
Well, throw it out
have
there.
unfinished business
saying.
and you would love to continue to
Absolutely.
stay as a selectman.
Absolutely.
That's
All
it. I'm good,
Okay.
sometimes.
Sandy?
Um,
Sandy has no unfinished business, and she's ready to retire. Thanks.
One more meeting, and I would like to congratulate you, Sandra, on surviving it. And I hope
What
this...
makes you think I survived?
I'm
Okay.
beginning to envy you.
Point taken. One more meeting, congratulations, Terry.
Thank you.
No, she has 2 more meetings.
Yes.
Well, all right, technically, you're right.
She is the big
Saturday
one.
the 15th.
Yeah,
Yep.
gotta get past
She is
town
the
meeting.
select,
But I'll just
to
sit
the
there.
end.
Yeah. I know
Every
nothing.
question. No,
You do that, and I'm going to hold your hands down.
no, it's really, I've thoroughly enjoyed it the whole time.
Well, you've been a big help to
Well,
me.
most of the time.
Mostly.
Yeah, okay.
We've dealt with some really nice people and some characters, and, you know, it's,
Characters of that.
yeah.
They've all been interesting, there's no
Yes,
doubt
they
about
have.
that.
It's never a dull moment.
No, never. Just about the time, and I have never heard any of us ever say, gee, I'm bored.
I wish we had more selectmen stuff to do.
You can come back and visit us anytime.
We meet on
any
Thursdays?
committee, any.
Well, I was going to say, I will finish up the hazardous mitigation. We're almost done. I think we just have
One more
maybe
meeting, I
two,
think.
maybe, yeah, just a couple, 1 or 2.
And then a hearing or something like that, and we apply
yeah,
for
yeah.
stuff.
So anyway, that's almost done, so unless somebody else wants to take over, I'll finish it up for you. And I'll be around. I'm not leaving.
Last week, we had a question on whether or not, about the benches at
Yes.
Tanger.
Yes.
He is saving us 3.
Outstanding, that's
So we
very
do-
nice of Eric.
We do have that covered.
Good.
Any other business? Joyce, do you have anything to come before us? Chief, did you want to talk to us?
I'm all set, thanks, Pam.
You're all set. All right, then I will make a motion to go into non-public session as per RSA 91A:3,
What's it doing?
personnel, legal, and that which discussed in public would adversely affect reputation. What was the other one? Taxes? Joyce? Taxes? I have personnel, legal, and tax.
Taxi, not taxes.
All right,
Tax D.
tax D. All right.
Second.
Those first two.
All those, roll call vote?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, yes.
Break.
And we're ready.
Make a motion, we seal the minutes of the non-public as they pertain to personnel permanently, as they pertain to legal until the matters are resolved.
Second.
Second, third.
Fourth?
All those in favor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's non-debatable.
All those in favor?
Yes?
Oh, don't forget your keys, Pat.
God, I hope my truck starts.
Okay, man.